and now we are going to learn today new rhyme, The Kite. The poem name is The Kite Unit 2 and the poet is Harry Bed. Who is the poet of this rhyme? Harry Bed. If you see the name kite, you can see everyone likes to fly a kite in the sky. When you see in the festival of kite, that Uttaran and Sankranti, everyone is very excited to fly the kite, and in the market you can see in the different shape and very beautiful colorful kites we can see in the market, and everyone is very excited to fly a kite on the occasion of Uttarayan or in the occasion of kite festival. In short, the festival of Uttarayan is also called as a kite festival. So this rhyme is about to kite. How it's fly in the sky. Poet very beautifully described the kite in the sky and how the people gets very excited while flying the kite in the sky. So let's see the rhyme. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. The poet is saying here, when our kite is new, everyone purchase a kite from the market when they want to fly. It is in the sky. When the kite is new, very colorful and beautiful, it looks very bright in the sky. If you see at the sky, you can see the various kinds of kite we can see in the sky, and it looks very beautiful. It looks very bright in the sky. With dive and dip, it snap its tail. The soar like a ship with only a sail. Now here, poet is saying the kite fly in the sky up and down like waves. With the wind of the waves of wind, it fly very deep and it goes very high. It goes deep and it goes very high. It dancing in the sky with the wind. And now in the next, the soar like a ship with only a sail. Here the poet is comparing the kite with the ship. It comparing the kite with the ship. Here the poet is comparing the kite with the ship, like if in the water the ship goes up and down with the waves of the water, like that only in the wind also the kite goes up and down, like it goes very deep and comes very up. So here the poet is describing the kite, comparing the kite with the ship. It's fly very high. When the waves come in the water, the ship also goes up and then come down, up and down. So like that only here the poet is also comparing the kite with the ship. So with the wind of the with the wind and the force of the air, kite also goes up and down. It's fly very high and suddenly it's come very down. In the next stanza, what poet is saying? As over tides of wind its ride, climb on the crest of gust and pools, then seems to race as wind falls. Now here the poet is trying to say that the kite is riding in the sky. The kite is riding in the sky. It dancing in the sky with the force of the wind, with the force of the air. So the kite is very nicely dancing and it's very nicely flying in the sky with the force of the wind. That means it's riding in the sky to climb to place, and suddenly it goes very high. The kite climbs the mountain, it's climbing the hills, it goes very high. Zenith of the sky it goes, and we can see from the down from the earth it goes very little. It looks very little way the kite climbs the very high of gust and pool, then seems to race as wind falls, and suddenly when it's come down, first the poet is saying the kite is dancing in the air, it dancing in the sky, it's riding in the sky with the force of the wind, and suddenly it goes very high, like it's climbing the mountain, that somebody is climbing the mountain and some people goes very up on the mountain. That same the poet is comparing here with the kite. That kite also climbs the mountain, it goes very high and suddenly it comes down, when the of the wind comes down, so the kite is also coming down, and it feels when the kite is coming down, so it feels the wind is also falling down. With the kite, the wind is also falling down. Now in the next stanza, when string goes slack, you wind is back. The wind, when string goes slack, you wind it black. Now here the poet is saying, when the string of the kite, the band of the kite goes slow, so we can try to give it air. We also try to give it air, and we also want to give air to the string, give air to the band, and we also know it, if we give the air to the string, if you give wind to the string, then only our kite will go up and it will fly up in the sky. When string goes slack, your wind is back and run until a new breeze blow. Now what poet is saying here? When the string goes slack, when the string goes slow, the band, the tear of the band, the thread of the kite goes slow, so we want to give the air to the string. We want to give to air to the string till the new breeze blow. Till the new breeze blow. Breeze means wind. Breeze means wind, and blow means dancing in the air. So we just want to, when the string goes slow, we give it air so that it can be fly in the sky. Till we go give it air, till the new breeze flows. The new breeze blows. Its wing fill and up it goes, and then the new breeze blow, new winds come, then only our kites again go up and again it's fly high in the sky. But suddenly, if the band, the string of the kite goes slow, we give it air. We give it air till the new wind comes, and suddenly the new wind comes. Then again our kite goes very up, and it flies very nicely in the beautiful sky, and it looks very bright because the kite is new. The kite is new and it is very colorful, and it has very nicely tail which waves in the air. So the poet is saying here, when the new breeze blows, our kite is also goes up. It goes again up and it flies in the sky, and it looks very beautiful. It looks very bright in the sky. But a ruggeder things you never will see when it flaps on the string in top of a tree. Now at the last the poet is saying, but a ruggeder things you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. Now what poet is saying here, when our flight is flying, then suddenly the point is coming here. Now at the end of the kite, the ruggeder things is here and there, like wires and the branches of the trees were there, so that our kite can be stopped there. It can be stuck there, and it can be broken, or it can be falling down by breaking. So here the poet is the same thing is saying, the things which we have never seen, but it is available in the atmosphere, it is available in the nature, so that we are busy in flying the kite, but some things are there which can break our kites. So the kite stop on the branches of the tree. Suddenly the kite going and it stops branches of the tree, and it flattens there, with the air, and suddenly it coming down with breaking, and it bursts into the tree, or on the branches, or at the wire, and it's stuck there. And when we try to take it out from the place where it's stuck, or it would be at the branches, or it would be on the wire, when we try to come it out, or when we pulled it out, so it's break and it's burst from there. At last the kite burst because of the rugged things is available there to tear the kite. So suddenly it tear and it bursts at last. So here very nicely the poet described the kite, how it flows, how it flies in the air, and how it's come at last down with the burst. Now see one thing. Now one thing is there. Poet described the kite with the man who is climbing the mountain, and secondly he described the kite with the ship where it's floated in the water, and ship floated in the water, but the same thing, the kite is also flying in the air like a ship, going up and down, going very high and coming very down. So the poet describing the kite very nicely and comparing the kite with different things here. So now, and at last the kite flutters in the air, and at last it bursts its door, because the rugged things are there which we had never seen. Now just turn the page. I hope student you can understand this rhyme, you understood this rhyme. And now one thing is there, one exercise for you. Working with the poem, list out the action word in the poem. That means you have to, action word means verb, action word means verb, like dive, dip, fly, like this some action words are there in the poem. So you have to make a list in your notebook. I just gave you the homework of this rhyme. This is your first homework, and the second one is list out the action words in the poem. You have to read the whole rhyme and you have to identify or underline the action word, that means verb in the rhyme. And now you have to make a list of it, and how many action words or verb is available in the rhyme. You have to underline it and write down it in your notebook. And your project is what? You have to make one small beautiful kite with the help of your brother or sister, or with the help of your friend. This is your project on the kite. You have to prepare a small beautiful kite with the help of, it is actually group activity, but we are not in the school, so we cannot make a group to take this activity. So you can do it at your home with your friends or with your siblings. And second is list, find out the pair of rhyming words. Now again you have to find out the rhyming words of given poem. Okay, please note down this. Okay, student. Now I hope you got the rhyme and you got the both homework, and you had written this in your notebook. Now let's see in next rhyme. Today we are taking two rhymes. One we have done the kite. Now the second rhyme will explain it. Our second rhyme is the quarrel. And the poet is Elinor Forgeon. The second poem is the quarrel. Quarrel means fight. Quarrel means fight. And the poet is Elinor Forgeon. Right? Now see, this is in this poem the fight is there. The poet is describing the quarrel, the fight between the brother and sister, and between the brother, that means between the siblings. So the poem name is the quarrel, and that means quarrel means the fight. So you see, if any family you can see, if there are siblings, there are brother sister or brother there. So each and everything likes to fight only on the small things. In every family you can see the fight between the sisters, between the brother, or between the brother and sister. If you also have a brother or sister at your home, so on the small things they just like to fight. On the small thing they just want to lead on each other. They just say I am right and you are wrong. They just want to prove themselves that they are correct, they are right, and our brother or sister they are wrong. So on the just small thing they just fight and quarrel with each other. So the poem is basically on that topic only, how the brother and sisters and how the the siblings fight in the house. It is common for brother and sister to quarrel, although sometimes they may not even be able to say why they quarrel. But how long do such quarrel last? How do they end? That means even they don't have a reason, even they don't know the reason why they are fighting, but they are fighting. They doesn't know what is the particular reason and why we are fighting with our brother and why we are fighting with our sister. They don't know the reason, but continuously they are fighting till the evening, till the night. They just fight. So here also a fight is describing in this poem, and how last it works. So we can see it in this poem. The first stanza I just read for you. You can also see in your notebook, in the textbook, the poem The Quarrel. Again I explain the page number 39, and the poem is The Quarrel. You also see in your textbook, and listen carefully please. I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fall out. Now see, the poet is saying here, I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. That means the poet is also saying that the poet is also young, and in his childhood he also used to fight with his brother. He used to fight with his brother, but even he didn't know what is the reason and why he is fighting with his brother, but he just fighting. So here the poet is saying, I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. He doesn't know why he is fighting with his brother, but he is just fighting without reason. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. They just want to lead on each other. That means that some things is there, so they just want it. They doesn't want to share it, and they just want to lead on it, and they just want to prove their right on it. On one thing led to another and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight and the end of it was strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. When the beginning of the fight, it was little slight, it is a little fight, that means nothing. But when it's continuously going, so at the end it's become very strong. The fight becomes very strong. When the beginning they just started to fight, then it was a little, it was a slight. But at the end it becomes very strong. That means they are pulling each other's hair, they are pushing each other like that. That means the fight at the end it become very strong. That means from the beginning they just arguing with each other, but at the end they just fighting and they are just slapping or pulling the hair or pushing to each other. That means the fight forms into the slapping and into the pulling. It's turning to the strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. That here the poet is saying, his brother is saying that I am right and you are wrong. Everyone in the sibling also, at home also, we just want to say that I am right and you are wrong. We cannot explain or say that I am wrong and you are right. And on the same point we just continuously fighting without reason. Even we don't have any reason to fight, but we just fight. So here also poet is saying at the start it was a little, it was just arguing, it was just slight, but at the end it becomes very strong. And the poet's brother was saying I am right, but poet knows he was right and the brother is wrong. So here also is saying, he said he was right, but I know he was wrong. If also I have sister at my home, then also when I was a child, that time also I used to do that my sister is wrong and I am right, and she just used to tell that she is right and I am wrong. So like that we continuously fighting, and it is very common thing in each family, the quarrel. We hated one another in the second stanza. We hated one another, the afternoon turned back. That means the whole day from the morning till afternoon to evening. That means it's continuously they are fighting and they are hating each other, and they stop talking to each other. Sometimes they stop talking, even they tease to each other, they taunts to each other, they just tease to each other, and from the morning to the evening they are just fighting, but they don't know what the reason and for what they are fighting, but they are just fighting, they are just teasing to each other, and at the end it becomes very strong. Afternoon turns to the evening, they just fighting. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back. Then what poet is saying? Suddenly my brother thumped means like that. Thumped me on the back and said, oh, come along, we can't go on all night. Now the poet's brother is saying, he thumped it on the back and saying, oh, come, we cannot fight till the night, till the whole night, because from the morning only we are fighting. Now it's time to hug. We cannot stay, we cannot live without each other, without talking and without sharing the things with each other. Now it's high time we have to come together, and we have to come to and we have to play together. We cannot go all night, we cannot fight to whole night, so we just have to be friends now, and we just have to be friendly with each other now, and we should stop this fighting, we should stop this quarrel. I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. When the poet's brother thumped him on the back and asked him to come and asked him to hug and asked him to stop the fight. That means we cannot fight till the night. So the poet understood, I think my brother is right and I am only wrong. What he is saying here, I think my brother is right and I am only wrong, because my brother understood what's wrong and what's right. So I think I am only wrong, because he understood his mistake and he admired his mistake, and now he is coming to me, he is hugging me, he is calling me. So I think I am only wrong, my brother is right. Here the poet is saying. So we should, now here the beautiful message we are getting, we should not fight till the whole night or till the evening with our brother. The small thing, the quarrel is common in all the family, but we should, sometimes we should that means we should show our understanding also, that now it's a height and we should not fight or we should not hurt to each other. The thing is here, the poet, brother and sister calling each other and teasing with each other. Now at the end they are understand that we should not fight, we should not hurt to each other, and we should be friendly, we should be nice with others, and we should be nice with each other. I hope students you understood this rhyme. So what's at the page number 40, working with the poem. With your partner, try to guess the meaning of the underlined phrases. Fail out and the turn back. Now read this line from the poem too. One thing led to another. The start of it was a slide and the end part it was a storm. The afternoon turned back and thumb on the back. Discuss with your partner what this line means. I explained you this line that when the fight begins, it is very, that means it is very little. The just argument was there, but at the end it just turned into the fight. It just turned into the fight. That means they are pulling each other, they are pushing each other, or sometimes they slaps also, sometimes they pulling the hair also, like that. That means the fight, then at the beginning it was the slide, but at the end it's turned into the fight. Until afternoon, till the evening, from the afternoon till the evening they were just fighting, and at the end the poet's brother thumped him on the back and he asked him to come and be friendly and to stop the fight. Now here also you can find out now what is your homework of this rhyme. You have to find out. I just explained what is the meaning of this given line, question number 2. Now you have to find out the answer of these phrases. The somehow we fail out, guess the meaning and underline the phrase. Question number 1. The underlined phrase. And somehow we fail out. Fail out, one phrase is there, and in the second sentence, turn back the afternoon. Now what meaning, what is the meaning of this space, and note down in your notebook. And in the second also 4-5 lines are there, you have to write its meaning in your own words. Right? Please note down this. That means the question number 1 and the question number 2, you have to write down its answer in your notebook. 2 rhymes we have seen today, the kite, and the second one the coral, right? And for the both rhyme I have given you the homework, so please you have to complete the homework in your notebook. We'll meet in our next video. So thank you so much and take care, guys.